Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to talk about what you can do right now more than any other thing you can possibly do to aid Dungeons and Dragons immediately in an urgent moment of need. All right. Okay, so what's the number one thing you can do to help Dungeons and Dragons? All right, so we're coming into week 3 of the Vox Machina show airing on Amazon Prime, okay? No spoilers for Vox Machina in this. All right. So basically, more than any, okay, so what can you do to help Dungeons & Dragons right now? Well, I'll tell you right now, if you go to your FLGS and you spend $170 to buy the Rules Expansion gift set, right? That would be nothing compared to what I'm about to tell you, in my humble opinion. All right, so the future of Dungeons & Dragons is now tied to Matthew Mercer and his Legends of Vox Machina Dungeons & Dragons Tales show, right? Which is airing on a mega streamer. I keep wondering, I'm like, is Amazon Prime a mega streamer? They are a mega streamer. They're at the bottom of the list. That's the real positioning, because I'm kind of like, what is Amazon Prime? I don't know, it's hard to tell. They are a real mega streamer. They are at the bottom of the list of mega streamers. And that's my humble opinion. All right, so what can you do right now more than anything else to help Dungeons & Dragons? What you could do is what I did last week. So last week, I kind of, I think I subconsciously did it, right? And now I'm very consciously stating it, right? So what I did last week was I went on, I watched Amazon Prime, I watched Vox Machina, Amazon Prime, Legends of Vox Machina, Amazon Prime, episodes 4, 5, and 6, right? The moment, literally, it like the credits rolled on 6, I hit exit player, and I immediately hit play on Reacher episode 1. And then, over the next week, I stayed and I watched the entire series of Reacher from episode 1 to episode 8. No spoilers for Reacher in this. And then when I was done, I was like, yeah, I'm glad I did that, right? And here's why that is dramatically important for Dungeons & Dragons, right? Because what's happening in the next coming month or two, right? And it actually could be happening days or weeks from now, or it could be even happening now, is there are executives who are connected to movie studios. There are executives who will talk to Jeff Bezos this week, right? And Dungeons & Dragons is in their mouth, right? And they're saying, hey, Legends of Vox Machina brought people in by the millions, right? And it kept them here. They came in for Legends of Vox Machina. They found other content, and they're watching our other content. Dungeons & Dragons fans are massively important to Amazon. Which is like one of the, not kidding, Amazon is like discussed frequently in like, who's the U.S. president? Who's going to be the next U.S. president, right? Like, it's at the tip of the tongue when it comes to labor disputes and unions in the modern world, right? Like, and Dungeons & Dragons is in their executives' mouths right now, right? And they're saying, we need to know, is Dungeons & Dragons the next Harry Potter, Star Wars, Star Trek, Fast and Furious, Marvel hit? Is it a real IP that can have global prominence, power, and productivity, right? And because all those other IPs I just talked about have it. Harry Potter is losing it right now. Star Wars, and actually there's a discussion on if any and all of them can keep that prominence, right? And so there's this opening gap for a new emergent intellectual property, and nothing you can do right now is more important than you going on Amazon Prime today, looking through and ideally you find a series and you watch one season of that series. You don't have to do more than that. I know it's hard to find stuff to watch on Amazon Prime, right? Or a movie, right? And what you want to do is watch all of your Vox Machina content. This is critically important, right? The moment you're done with the last episode of Vox Machina, literally, let the episode play out or hit exit player and immediately start your next thing and just watch 10 minutes of it. And then in the week, come back and finish it, right? Nothing you can do right now for Dungeons & Dragons is more important because of sequencing, right? Like, when you go to somebody for, I've learned this in my life, and I've learned it when I go to ask people for help, and when people come to me for help. Like, people are like, I need this thing done right now, right? And the reality is, like, the whole world is filled with people who are like, well, I'm not going to do what you asked me, but I'll do this half step, or I'll do what you asked me later, right? Like, and those people can go kick rocks, man. Like, urgency is important, and urgency is massively real, right? Nothing, in my humble opinion, that you can do right now is going to craft the future of Dungeons & Dragons more than what you do on Amazon Prime in the next 2 weeks. All that's my opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.